we are asked to find the equation that represents this line. And the easiest type of equation to find out based on just being given a line is an equation in slope-intercept form, which is y is equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope, and b is the y-intercept, the y value of the coordinate where our graph intersects the y-axis. So the y-intercept is very easy to find. We can actually figure it out just by inspecting our graph. We intersect the y-axis, that's the y-axis right there, it wasn't labeled, right there at the point x is equal to 0. X is always going to be equal to 0 at the y-axis. So x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. So our y-intercept is 3. And it makes complete sense. If x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. So b is equal to 3. Now the next thing we need to do is figure out the slope of this line. Figure out what m is going to be equal to. And remember, slope, which is the same thing as our m, or what m is represents, that is our change in y for a given change in x. So let's go from this point to some other point where we can definitely figure out its coordinate. So that looks like a nice integer coordinate right there. And let's figure out what our change in y and our change in x was to get there. So our change in x, we're starting here at x is equal to 0. We're moving in the positive x direction by 5. So our change in x is equal to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We went from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 5. So our change in x is equal to 5. That's our change in x. Now what's our change in y? Well, we had to go down 2. So our change in y, when our change in x is positive 5, our change in y is negative 2. Our change in y is negative 2. We're going down. We're decreasing in y. So our change in y is negative 2. So our slope is negative 2/5. So we figured out the slope. We figured out the y-intercept. We can now write the equation that represents this line. It is y is equal to this character, negative 2/5 times x. That's m right there, plus b. b is 3, plus 3. And we are done.